going, everyone? Lisa here, and I just got back from Paleyfest, where Pretty Little Liars was once again honored with some amazing shows, and a lot of the cast got together along with executive producers Marlene King and Joseph Dougherty to give some scoop on the final season of the series. And, well, not a lot of scoop, as most of it was spent kind of going over memories from the show, but there was a little bit of scoop revealed. Some of it might be new, some might not be new to you. Since we weren't allowed to actually film inside the Dolby Theater, I just thought I'd run through some of the highlights and scoop that the cast and producers dished on these final 10 episodes, #Endgame. Now, if you're not caught up on the show, you might not actually want to keep watching this video because I don't think there's a lot of spoilers, but something might be spoiled for you, who knows. Now, first thing to talk about is at Paleyfest, fans usually get to see an upcoming episode of the show for the panel that they're there for. Unfortunately, since PLL is such a secretive show, they didn't want to show the entire season premiere episode, so instead, we got a highlight reel recapping everything from Season 7A, as well as the very first minute of the Season 7B premiere. So I'm going to break that down for you real quick. So this clip picks up right where 7A left off. We see Spencer has been shot, and we see her in the back of an ambulance on the way to the hospital, and the paramedic is trying to get Spencer to say her name because he needs to figure out who she is. She eventually says her name is Spencer, and then he keeps asking, "What's your last name?" And then he also says, "Who is your mom?" over and over. And Spencer never answers, and of course, she's just been dropped the bombshell that Mary Drake is her mother. As she gets rushed into the actual hospital, we see the rest of the liars walk in right after her, and they're discussing who is Big AD. They're kind of running through all the people it could be, why would they be doing this, and then we see someone else on a gurney with a neck brace being wheeled through the doors, and the girls see that it's actually Toby. And then they kind of are like, why is Toby in the hospital, and where's Yvonne? Yeah, it was only a minute of clip, but it definitely left us all wanting more, and I'm totally ready for the season premiere. Now, the big question that many fans have had since they said the show is going to end is, will fans be happy at the end of the show? There's a lot of different aspects to cover. You know, will they be happy with where their favorite characters end up? Will they be happy with the reveal of Uber A? Well, Marlene King actually answered this question saying, "We really wanted these last 10 episodes to be a love letter to the fans. It's going to be an emotional and satisfying series finale." Joseph Dougherty added on, sort of kind of joking, but also not, that every single question they could actually remember would be answered, and it all sets up the relationships for the places that they're going to actually go beyond the show when the show is over. So what about all those relationships? Well, Marlene King did say all the endgames will be endgames, but nobody is going to get there super easy. So it means that, unfortunately, as much as we want our favorite relationships to be together, and they will be, it's gonna be a lot of struggle to actually get to that happy place. Pretty Little Liars might actually have a little bit of a Star Wars moment at the end of this season, in the sense that Alison is indeed pregnant. Sasha Peterse revealed that we actually don't know who the father is really, but towards the end of the season, we will be getting a kind of "you are the father" reveal. Now, speaking of Alison, what's going on with many people's favorite ship, Emerson? What's going to happen with them? Marlene did spill that Alison really hasn't dealt with her sexuality. These 10 episodes are really about Alison trying to figure out what her sexuality is, and Emily plays a big part of that. So this definitely got a lot of big roars from the audience, who definitely had a lot of Emerson shippers. Now, when it comes to Ezra, Ian Harding said that Ezra is going to have a difficult decision to make when it comes to Arya and Nicole. He said that Ezra is stuck between a rock and a hard place in this last section, and it can be a bit brutal. Now, for Mona, who was our first original A, she's still kind of torn between what side she wants to be on. Janelle Paris said in the panel that Mona is dabbling with, do I want to be on the good side, or am I seduced a little bit by the dark side? She'll have a very fun arc. When it comes to the final episode, we'll be getting a 2-hour finale that Marlene said feels like a movie, and she said to the crowd, "I hope you guys are satisfied with this huge twist that we give you." So what could this huge twist be? Does it have to deal with the reveal of AD? Who is that going to be? Is it going to be maybe one of the original girls? Someone we wouldn't expect? Someone super obvious? Or someone that's been in front of our face maybe this whole time? What could this twist be? So that's really all the information we got from the Paleyfest panel that relates to the upcoming episodes. Like I said before, the cast did take a lot of time to reflect on how emotional and memorable it was to film the final episode and those scenes, and especially the scene where all the liars are together for the last time. Another highlight was when they had the cast read various scenes, but they played different characters. There was a scene where Sasha played Hannah, but the best one had to be when Ian Harding played Arya and Tyler Blackburn played Spencer for a fun little scene. And if you really want to see that, you can go to Hulu later on, where the full panel from Paleyfest and all the panels from Paleyfest from the past 2 weeks will be up, and you can rewatch all the goodness that happened. Alright, so some of that information that I just went over might not actually be super new, but tack that onto what we already know about the season. Things like there's going to be a musical number. It definitely seems like the final 10 episodes are shaping up to be something awesome. I know that I kind of probably need to go rewatch season 7A to make sure I didn't miss anything to get prepared for this last stretch of episodes. So let me know what you're excited for with season B of Pretty Little Liars, and who do you think Uber AD will be? Are you sad that the show is ending, and maybe what were your favorite moments? You can be sure to catch the final episodes of Pretty Little Liars when it comes back to Freeform April 18th, 2017, followed by Marlene King's new show, Famous in Love, starring Bella Thorne. If you want even more from Paleyfest, you can click right over here to check out my exclusive interview with the cast of Bob's Burgers, where we played a little bit of Who Said That, or you can check out my recap of the latest episode of The Fosters. Don't forget to subscribe in this little button and hit that bell. And I'm Lisa, and I'm sending a high five to you.